Hi, this is Michael Yan, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you would set up the Express Label Print for simulating Grackle printing. So to begin with, we really can't do anything until we stop the process. So you see here, I'm going to stop the workflow, and once it's stopped, I can then launch the RIP. The RIP needs to be open because that's where this modification is going to occur. This also assumes that you've already downloaded the Grackle profile that we'll be using, and you put it somewhere where you can navigate to. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see, I've got my color menu here. I'm going to first install this ICC profile. If you're not familiar with where it belongs, I typically would put them inside the Express Label Print folder, inside the Express RIP folder, inside software, and inside the ICC profiles folder. That's where I would place them. I'm going to go ahead and select that one, and when I do select it, you'll see I have a dialog box that's asking me to make certain settings. Because I'm going to be using this as an input profile and an emulation profile, I'm going to select those two items. I'll go ahead and say install. Now once it's installed, I can go ahead and go to the color setup manager. You can see here I've got no profile set up, and I'm going to pick my device. So my device is going to be the Oki or the Apex, depending on which system you're using. And then I'm going to click over New Color Pro Setup. That's going to give me a somewhat scary looking but complicated, not really that complicated dialog box. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick Grackle here for CMYK data. RGB data, well, you know, if you're getting RGB files, or probably sRGB will be fine. Of course, we want to pick our output of the profile we've created for you for this paper that's been approved. So you want that is going to be what is passing through. And what we're going to emulate, of course, again, is Grackle. Now, this is a little tricky in that this is not really worded as exactly the way I'd like. Spot colors are going to be using a lookup table that's embedded in the RIP. If you do not want to do that and you want to treat spot colors as CMYK, you turn this on. I think we've done a pretty good job with that, but you know, your mileage will vary, as they say. Also, I would like to point out here that I'm going to be using the ICC auto switching, and I would be using black point compensation. You can see these other things you're going to be probably viewing in the D50 environment. So we'll go ahead and save this one as I'm going to call this the ApexOki Pantone Simulation. That's going to give me the best possible option for that. And then I will go ahead and say OK. And of course, when I go to configure my RIP, when I go to my page setup manager, you can see here I would go ahead and edit that, and I would pick that here in my simulation. All right, that's it. That's simple, and we're done.